For being with us this morning. Yay! You're so amazing. Thanks for doing this. This is like the best thing ever. So thank you. And thank you to everybody who's on here with us. So great to see all your beautiful, lovely faces. And so great that you showed up to your business today. Yay! And I have to say, I'm a lifer. So just want you to know, I'm a lifer. I watched your live this morning walking my dog.
There we go. Oops.
All right. So I know that you're popping on here doing some training for us. And I love that I haven't got to look over it. I love that you just posted a new Meet Money presentation. I haven't looked over that yet. But I know for us and our team here in Spokane, we've been trying to simplify the presentation and just do that social part where we're keeping things pretty simple and straightforward. So would love to know more about how you're doing that with your meetups and your social events, because it's been working good for us, and we have several fun events coming up. We have a rooftop event here in Spokane with April Price, which will be really fun. We're going to be on the roof of in our up and coming kind of trendy areas here in Kendall Yards. So it will overlook all of downtown Spokane. It's really pretty and really fun. So I encourage you guys to get here if you can. We'd love to see you guys for that event.
Awesome. Thanks, Dina. Michelle, do you have anything to add before I jump in? Oh.
I hope she's on. I'll message her really quick.
I thought for sure she was on. And I think I have her phone number unmuted. Maybe she's got her phone muted.
Let me ask her.
Okay.
She may be driving in her car sometimes because she lives so far in the country. She might be running over to Starbucks right now.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah. I know that we had been talking back and forth, so I'm just going to jump in, Dina. Okay. We had been talking back and forth over the last couple of weeks, and really I'm getting involved in doing more of these Zoom team trainings because I think that each team has their own dynamic, and each team has their own personality. And, where you guys, and absolutely also too, I think location also matters, because for some people, different parts of the country are going to have different challenges. So I will tell you, being from Chicago and living there as long as I did, and outside major metropolitan areas, is that, we're a little bit more challenged with getting people to meetings because it's such a large spread out area, and people just don't drive, too far when you live in large urban areas. It's just a fact. But the thing about it is that when I was talking to you ladies about, some of the things that you wanted to address, Michelle sent me an awesome, just really awesome list. But these are really things that I have been talking about, teaching, coaching, and training, not only to specific teams, but across the board. And you guys, here's the thing. There's no new information out there. The only new information that I really see up and coming is how to do social media better. Our principles still say that they're still the same. So I just want to jump right in. This is really awesome. There's a lot of people on this call. I know it's early for a lot of you people out there, but number one, I want to thank you for showing up to your business. You're going to have the opportunity to ask questions, and this is going to be a really great place to. And I always say that, if you're new, awesome. If you're old, awesome. If you're somewhere in between, that's fine. But if you have a question, there's probably other people that are having the same challenge. So let me get through this first, and then we'll open it up in the chat box at the bottom for any questions that you have. I want to keep the integrity of the call, so I'm going to keep everybody muted. But I had just done a live in Team Triumph this morning, and the one thing that I always will say that will cure any business blues is personal activity and mindset. But I'm going to talk to you today about personal activity. That's straightforward. Mindset is what we do on a regular basis to feed our minds, to feed, our life with, because we are bombarded by 60,000 negative messages a day. I'm going to say that half of that will go away if you shut off the TV, you shut off news, you don't read the newspapers, and you know what? You stop doing the scroll hole through Facebook. There is a lot of negativity. And for some reason, I don't understand why Facebook as a social media platform has gotten to be that way. But I have really started to focus more of my intention, more of what I'm doing over to Instagram, because it's not like that. And I think people find that refreshing. The other thing I will tell you is that if you have negative people on your social media, block them. If they're negative team members, block them. I'm going to give you permission that if somebody that you have in your business, or as a VIP customer, I just had this conversation with Ashley Dreesy yesterday, and she just said how vile one of her VIP customers is, and she's always complaining about everything. And I told Ashley, I said, then fire her. I said, because you know what, as people, as humans, we are here to provide customer service, but there is no reason on earth that people should treat another person like they're a doormat. And I see it happen. You know, I was in the restaurant industry for a long time, and bartending and waiting tables, yeah, I would get that a lot. But you know what? I set the standard. And if I had mean customers or people that would come in, I would literally go get my manager and turn it over to them and let them handle it, because I'm not a doormat. I don't treat people like that. I deserve the same respect. So when you set that expectation, I think that you'll draw in a lot of great things into your business. But also, too, you have to be feeding your mind. You have to be the number one champion of what's going in between these two ears. Because, again, I'll tell you what, mindset is a challenge and a struggle for me every day. I have negative self-talk. I'm like, oh, I could have done this better. You know, yesterday, I am not a big sweets person, but, you know, of course, it was my birthday. We got cake. And even though it was organic cake from Whole Foods, I took like 2 bites. I felt guilty. And I'm like, this is stupid. I never eat sweets in the first place. So, you know, you got to let go of the little minutia and the little things. Okay. I'm going to tell you also too, I've had to have crucial conversations with leaders, not only, I mean, in our team, but also too, certain leaders are not equipped to deal with, I think, some of the challenges that, you know, they have as their business has grown bigger and bigger. I want to partner up with them, and I want to teach them how to have those crucial conversations, because usually at the end of the day, it's that person's problem. It's not the upline. It's not the cross line. It's not the company. I mean, even though we're going to have things that happen all the time, but you know what? I love what Angela Seminis taught me from day one. You can either choose to step in the poop or you can step around the poop. So I choose to find a solution and step around it. That's the biggest thing. And sometimes, you know, you guys, when we went through some of these issues from November, we're going to have to wade through it a little bit, but there's always, you know, I just address it and say, yeah, so what? What can you do about it? All I know is that I would never put my name on something. I have been using this product for 4 years. My family has been using this product for 4 years. My friends, people that have been in this business for 4 years, and we've never had a problem. So I think you have to look at that, and you have to be confident. And I'm going to tell you right now, I was more confident going through all of this and talking to Ray and Stuart about it, talking to, you know, my personally sponsored leaders, and just really saying, guys, we just have the best product out there. We're gonna go through stuff that's gonna be worse in the future. So my thing is, are you gonna go run like a dog with a tail between your legs and say, oh, whoa, you know, my business is falling apart? You're gonna lose people. It's a fact of life. Are you going to go and find new ones that truly want the opportunity that you have to offer? Because I'm going to tell you, I still study companies all the time. New ones that are coming out, other companies that have revamped their product lines or their comp plans and saying that they're better. There still isn't a better pay plan out there 4 years later. They don't even come close. The other thing is, too, is that I'm so glad that Stuart and Ray invested the money into our clinicals. They also invested you know, into making proprietary blends. I don't ever want people to try to copy us. So, the thing about it is that I have so much confidence. I have more confidence now than I did a year ago. I have more confidence now than I did when we started, because we went through, and for lack of a better word, a lot of bullshit. But those that will stay, we will overcome, and we're going to be better and stronger now. I just got done reading, and I took so many notes, The Power of a Positive Team by John Gordon. And he talks about teams, and I had to screenshot this and send it to Ray, is that teams are stronger after they have forged through the fire. And it's so true. We're so much better now. But so I challenge you, do 15 minutes of reading in the morning and 15 minutes of reading in the evening. And if you don't like to read, get Audible. Okay, it's a really simple way of making sure you're keeping your mind on track. So that's the first thing. Let me go back to my notes here. I didn't mean to go off on a tangent there, but I just feel sometimes when I'm called to speak about something that needs to be the message. The other thing is too, if you guys understand about anything about SEO and you understand about the search engine optimization or what make things come up in a search, the more good news that we spread, the more any of that negative backlash will ever come up. So it already has decreased rapidly. And I was looking, and Ray was so kind enough to show me the actual analytics, and they're gone. They're practically gone. So we have to focus on all the good that we're doing. All of the campaigns for the fundraising. Oh my gosh, $107,000 to Wounded Warriors. Guys, when we did the Salvation 5K run, when we did our leadership, we raised, $27,000. Unheard of. $100,000. I was like, I saw the check when we were in Miami, and like literally my mouth dropped to the floor. The other thing is too, is make sure people and you are doing your research, because here's the thing. I don't know if you guys ever go Google snakes have legs. It is the funniest thing about believing stuff on the internet and on social media that's true. I watch it every once in a while because it just makes me chuckle. But it really puts into perspective is that, social media can be such a great tool, but it can be such a great disadvantage. And if you see anything negative, don't share it. Don't click on it. Send it to compliance. If it's worthy enough where people are slandering us with untruths, you know what? Send it to me. I'll make sure it gets into Tom Houlihan's hands, because I'm telling you what, he and Stuart, they don't put up with any crap at all. So, they're advocates for us, and they don't have to do what they've done for us, such as the counter lawsuits, such as, suing the people that were liable for all the slander and the lies and the propaganda that they were spreading. That's something that they did, and they went above and beyond of what a company has to do, because they've got to protect our opportunity. They have to protect our paychecks. Okay, the other thing is, and I touched on this a little bit, we always have to be looking for new leaders. You can't just get to MMB, MM, or a director level and then take your foot off the gas, okay? Like I said before, if you have people that are building and they're in leadership, you know what? On average, they will stay for 2 or 3 years. But you know what? Life will happen. They will think the grass is greener over on the other side. We have to keep actively building as leaders, as, even Julie, Ann, Ashley Dreesy, Sarah Hill, Jessica Shoney. We're still looking for leaders to build our front line, because that's the only way that we know that we're going to build a long-term legacy sustainable business. So you always have to be looking for new people in your pipeline. And honestly, a third of your time should be going out and meeting new people. I don't care where, you're not going to find, if you're going to the bar on Saturday night, it's probably not the best place to prospect. But your chamber meetings, moms groups, guys, football pools are great. The other thing is, do you know what? If you have a significant other in your life, okay, or your children, and they're over 18 and they haven't given you their contact list, they need to give you your contact list. You're missing out on a bunch of people. So that's the other thing, in helping you grow your contact base. Let's see. Okay. So the other thing is, I talked about snakes have legs. I put up also, I think I put it on my YouTube channel. Yes, it's on my YouTube channel, but there's a YouTube link. I can see if I can find it real quick and put it in the chat box or put it in the comments when we get done here. Stuart was at our Chicago leadership event when we did our training this past weekend. Not this past week, the weekend before. I'm sorry. So it was the 13th, 14th, and 15th. He did a speech called What If? It's gotten 15,000 views. He did, what if I didn't come to Mon8? What if he didn't stick around to be the president because he was interviewing the president's interim? What if, you know what, Ray didn't have this idea of what he wanted to bring to market? What if Michelle didn't come into the business? What if Dina didn't come into the business, you guys? So what if Tammy didn't come into the business? And I'm picking on all these gals because I know them personally quite well. But what if they had not done that? Where would we be today? We wouldn't have what we have now. Heck, there might even not been of Mon8. What if we didn't raise that $107,000 for wounded warriors? What if? So I want you guys to think about that potential possibility that, you know, would be your life would look completely different right now. You showed up for a training call this morning. What if you could just take a little nugget of information that I shared with you this morning and you could apply it to your business, and it's going to make the end all be all difference in your business? What if? And I want to talk about, you know what, that what if? The power of one. There is a certain, and it's been a long time since I've talked about this. What about the power of one? What about one more VIP this month? What about one more market partner with a product pack this month? Okay. What if you had somebody that you met was super excited? They launched their business on Monday or Tuesday night and they got to MMP before the end of this month. What if with that Smart Start Restart bonus? What if we have all of the amazing tools that we have that we utilize until the end of this month? How would that make a difference in the reflection of your paycheck this month and your team? The power of one, guys, is a lot. So here's what you could do today. Gosh, I wish I would have thought about this because this just came to my mind. What if you could do this and have 2 or 3 of your frontline team members or 2 people on your team? Maybe you're a solo and you are the only team yet. You're on this call, you're a leader. What if you could reach out to one more person? Let's just say daily. What do you think your business is going to look like by the end of this month? Just some questions to ponder. So I encourage you to write down your return on investment. What if you reached out to one more person today, tomorrow? What is Tuesday, the end of the month? You know what? I'll guarantee you probably have a new market partner and a new VIP. So the power of one is very, very duplicatable. It's like when they talk about, would you rather have $1 million in 30 days or a penny that doubles every day in 30 days? I think the end outcome of the penny that doubled every day was over $3 million. So, $1 million today versus the penny that doubles every 30 days. It's just an example. But you guys, everybody can do one. Every single person can do one. So let me go back here through my notes real quick. Sorry, they're on my phone, so I have to plug in my security number every time. So, you guys, I guess pretty much that's kind of what I wanted to go over this morning. Let me see, we've got, Tammy sent the link. That's Stuart's video. That is in my team group. I also have a YouTube clip that you guys can share if you haven't seen it yet. It's 21 minutes of awesomeness. So let's do this right now. Who's having challenges in their business? Are you finding any, are you stuck? But why don't we type it down here in the chat box, and then I can go through them one by one and answer any questions that you have. Dina, was there anything else while people are typing that you wanted me to go through?
I do have to say, I just love the what if. I watched that yesterday and was just blown away. Like, just tears too. I love that.
So, you know, watching Stuart since day one and hearing him talk, he's always been good, but he's increasingly gotten better over time. But his passion and his commitment, I mean, every time I see him speak, it's just, there's more. But wait, there's more.
Like, there's more. Love that.
And what else?
And I love that you just addressed the negativity too. I'm just, I just want to focus on my business. As a leader, I love my team, but I just want to focus on my business. I just want to get back to focusing on my business. And I just want to be done with the negativity too. Because the same thing, I've been using the products now for 3 years. All my friends are using it. My family, same thing. I just want to focus on my business. So I see somebody did a question.
Yep. And it says, I've been stuck, but it's totally my own fault because I have let fear keep me down. Okay. So let's address a little bit about fear, because I think honestly, because you know what fear is? Fear is our mind playing tricks on us. If you guys want to really dive into fear, I want you to get the 5-second rule by Mel Robbins. Okay. She is amazing. And talking about quick action, because when you take quick action like that, your mind doesn't get in the way. And a lot of times your mind will say, what if? But you know what? What if it is no? So what? What if, and let me go back to that, because I can very easily be told no, because I'm not attached to the emotional outcome. What if the answer is no, but what if you ask them and the answer is yes? What if you start planting that seed now versus waiting and somebody else is going to get to that seed first? So, the one thing is that I think that when you look at your fear comes from, it's intrinsic. It comes from within. It's because you're attaching the outcome of what you want, not the outcome of how you can really potentially help other people, either through the product, the business, or both. So I think when you come from a place of servitude, when you come from a place of service and say, I know that person needs help with their hair. I know that person is in, financial dire straits, because 95% of us are, or were at one point. You have the opportunity to share that gift with them. And when you look at this business as a gift and not how it can, oh, well, you know what? I need another VIP to build my block, or I need another market partner to, make my $120 override. And I know some of you are Canadian. I don't know the Canadian prices. I don't have them next to me. You get what I'm saying? If you make it about you, and this is also too, do not do this. Do not go to your team and do not post on social media, hey, I just need one more order to get to the $1,500 that I need to be qualified for Vegas. Don't do that. You know why? Because you're making it about you. And it looks really, really tacky. So the one thing is that stay focused. And you know what? Truly, truly, truly look to serve other people. And you know what? If you guys go Google servant leadership, you'll have John Maxwell that will come up. You will have Todd Duncan come up. You will have Louise Hay. You will have Wayne Dyer. And it's free. It's free. Listen to that. You know what? My healer just told me about Wahl, WAHL. And she does motivational, you can put it on, but she's got this beautiful, and I was mesmerized. So I was at my appointment with her yesterday and she had her on and I'm like, oh my gosh, what is this? Coolest thing ever. And I've got Angel Bums talking about her right now, but she talks about your mindset and how to reset that. It's pretty amazing. But I'm always looking for third party and people that are known to do the do, to, help change the mindset and think more positively. And anything by Hay House, you're going to get, that's going to be awesome. Anything by, and for lack of a better word, I love funny. I love Rachel Hollis. I love Jen Sincero. But you know what? Leaders are readers. And if you want to invest in your future, you got to start reading. Let me see. Any other questions? I don't see any other questions. Anything else? Okay, here's the guy. You guys stay committed. Keep your nose to the grindstone. You're going to have crappy days. You're going to have mediocre days, you're going to have great days, and you're going to have freaking fantastic days. And don't ever forget about the life, that graph, I posted it the other day. It looks like this. It calls the life of the entrepreneur. And it's like, oh, I kind of get this. Oh, I suck. Oh, wait a second. It's kind of working. Oh no, you know what? I think I'm a dummy or something like that, or I'm stupid. But it's so true. It's so true. And we have to embrace that, because honestly, there is nothing in the world like being an entrepreneur. I got to a point in my life, I didn't want people telling me what to do anymore. And I didn't want people telling me how much they valued. And the employer that I was at when I was a corporate restaurateur, I made great money. I mean, for this being a very, very long time ago, $60,000 a year plus bonuses. I bonused out at $75,000, but I never saw, I had one daughter. I was pregnant with my second one, and I was like, I can't do it anymore. I just can't do it anymore. 60 to 70 hours a week. It was crazy. So that's when I decided I was going to take my own life in my own hands, and I was going to get paid what I was worth. So
yes,
so she says, Dina and Michelle and Tammy have been awesome too. Yes. You guys having a great, awesome, here's the thing though, if you don't have a great leader, plug into what other people are doing that you identify with, but stick to our team. Don't go outside of our team and hire people. That is a waste of your money, and it is a waste of your time. They don't know our culture. Most of them haven't made the kind of money and done the do that we have. Guys, look at your success line. You've got Dina, you have Michelle, you have Tammy, you have Janice, you have Julie, you have Ann, you have me. Holy crap. Okay. So the thing about it is, those people have done the do. They've done the behaviors. They're doing the behaviors now. So don't waste your time and money doing that. Plug into what we have available. Okay.
Can you share with us what your why is now? I'm sure it's changed.
You know what? So this is really funny. So I have a couple of travel bucket lists that I want to go to. Fiji's, we're going in January. But like the Maldives, I want to go there. Some other places that I want to go in Europe to visit. I think that's really kind of like my big why. Seriously, I want to be the Eric Worre of Monat. I want to be the female version of Eric Worre for Monat. Here's the thing. This is may sound kind of corny. We've gotten everything we've ever dreamt of in the last 4 years of starting this business. More than what I could have ever imagined. But you know what my why is? I want to go find that next person.
I love this, Tony. Thank you.
I want to go find that next person that was struggling like we were, when we had no money, when we were in bankruptcy, when our home was in foreclosure. And I want to give them the same gift that we got when we found money. And that is my big why. Who is next? Whose life are we going to be able to save from financial despair? And I mean, Jay and I almost split up. It was bad. It was so bad. And that's what I want to do.
Thank you.
I want to go find that next person.
Yes. Yes. Imagine our world when we could do that.
So Gladys asked, she said, I still struggle with sharing the opportunity. Gladys, I'm going to tell you right now, if you really take it off the table and just share what you love about this, the one thing that you know in your back pocket is that everybody needs more money. We just have to find, we have a need that will fit somebody's, well, look, let me put it to you this way. Whatever their needs are, we have a business that will fit. We just have to find out if this is the right avenue for them to go. So it's a process of discovery. So I always say that I am, really, this is a gift. It's like Santa Claus passing out toys to kids. So I think of myself as Tony Claus. We have Dina Claus, we have Michelle Claus, and we have this gift. All we're going to do is share this gift with other people. And then, they decide what they do with this gift. It's up to them, really. And I really think that when you come to the table and say, look, you've got 3 options. You can spend money with us, you can save money with us, or you can make money with us. Where do you see yourself fitting in? Let them decide. You're not deciding for them. And I think that's key in, presenting the opportunity to people. Sorry, I didn't mean to get so emotional this morning.
That's your wife. That's
Yeah.
your wife.
Jay's like, he's sitting here and he's like, I can't believe you're crying again.
I think it's good to see you cry. It shows your vulnerability and it shows your heart. So don't ever shy away from that. We know you're a strong leader. We know.
Girl.
Oh, we know.
Sometimes I say I am extremely, I'm extremely truthful. I don't beat around the bush. Some people find that that's aggressive, but I don't believe in it. And you know what? If I'm not going to be the one to tell you the honest truth, and I always say you have to Oreo cookie it. Okay. So I've used this technique and it served me very well in my career, is that number one, you say something good. Okay. Then you address the issue. Then you close it with something good. And whether it's about like an issue that you're dealing with team-wide on a larger level, or whether it's with an individual. And I never say you. I always try to define the behavior. Okay. So, and another thing that I do, which is really good, is if it's a new market partner and I ask them, if I see you start to steer off and you're not focused, or there's something that you're doing in your business that you could do better, how do you want me to address that? So I'm like, do you want me to leave you alone to figure it out for yourself? Do you want me to sugarcoat it and kind of tell you, or do you want me just to be extremely transparent and honest with you? And I always say when I address this, you know what, especially if they're friends, because a lot of your friends come into this business, is that I say, you know what, we're not friends right now. Okay. This is not personal. This is professional. And I'm going to put on my professional hat, but there's something that we've got to talk about. And so, that's just, how I go about it. And if it's because, lack of personal activity, or they're trying to blame, their downline for not doing anything. And then I'm just going to come back and say, well, I've heard you say, your downline is not doing anything. So, why do you think that is? And they're going to be like, well, I try to do Meet Mon 8 events and nobody shows up and this, that, and everything else. And I said, well, are you inviting guests to the Meet Mon 8s and those guests coming? And usually the answer is no. So, you're going back, because the action and the doing of the leader is going to be the action and doing of the team. And leaders lead by example. So that's it. Great question. Okay. Anything else? All right. Well, you guys, I think
Michelle's talking.
Oh, yay.
Oh,
I see Kathleen's here too. Hi, Kathleen. Mwah, mwah, mwah.
We can't hear you, Michelle. I can see your lips moving.
Is she muted on the thing?
No.
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 Hi,
Oh,
Kathleen.
Michelle, is it your headset?
It's her. Okay. Tell her I would take the headset off.
Yeah, unplug the headset.
Oh. Or maybe she has to turn her volume on her computer.
She tried that.
I'm reading her lips.
Well, that's okay. So I'll get the recording out to you guys. It usually takes about anywhere from 45 minutes to an hour to upload, and I'll get you a link.
Sweet. Thank
Okay.
you, Tony. Thank you so much.
Yeah. So ladies, thank you for having me on. This was really, really awesome. And I so appreciate everything that you've done. Now go to the mat and go slay the rest of this month. And let's make this summer awesome, because I'm going to tell you what, get your butt to Monations. I know what's coming. You want to be there. So I'm super excited to see you all, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.